वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटिसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा। अद्यतन पंचांगं शुभे शोभने मुहूर्ते अद्य ब्रह्मणः द्वितीयपरार्धे श्वेतवराहकल्पे वैवस्वतमन्वन्तरे अष्टाविंशतितमे कलियुगे प्रथमे पादे अष्टाविंशत्यधिक एकशतोत्तर पंचसहस्रतम गतकलियुगाब्दे जम्बूद्वीपे भारतवर्षे भरतखण्डे मेरोः दक्षिणे पार्श्वे वर्तमानशकाब्दे अस्मिन् वर्तमाने व्यावहारिके प्रभवादि षष्टिसंवत्सराणां मध्ये श्रीपराभवनाम संवत्सरः दक्षिणायनं ग्रीष्मऋतुः कर्कटमासः शुक्लपक्षः द्वादशी उपरि त्रयोदशी तिथिः भानुवासरः मूला उपरि पूर्वाषाढा नक्षत्रम् ऐन्द्रयोगः भवकरणं. Today is Sunday, 26th July 2026. Tithescha shriyamapnoti varadayushyavardhanam nakshatradharate papam yogadroganivaranam karanat karyasiddhischa panchanga phalamuttamam sarvesham shubhamastu. Om.
Problem. Working? Oh, good. So we'll chant those shlokas, prayer shlokas. Sadashivasamar Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam Shruti Smriti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavatpadam Shankaram Lokashankaram Shankaram Shankaracharyam Keshavam Badarayanam Sutrabhashya Krutau Vande Bhagavantau Punah Punaha Ishvaro Gururatmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine Vyomavadvyapta Dehaya Dakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Sahana Vavatu Sahanau Bhunaktu Saha Viryam Karavavahai Tejasvinavadhitamastu ma Vidvishavahai. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. We'll read the Dhyana Shloka. I will chant, you can repeat. Veda Vedanta Samrajya Dharma Kamartha Mokshadam Vidyaranyannumah Punyam Yo Vidyaranyamachinat. So this text is a very peculiar text. In what sense it is peculiar? This text is presenting the subject matter of Vedanta. Therefore, technically it can be called Prakarana Grantha, expository text, like Tattva Bodha, Atma Bodha, Viveka Chudamani. Like that, this text also is presenting the subject matter of Vedanta. But what is the speciality? Here the author is presenting the subject matter in the form of prayers. Generally, prayers will be different and subject matter presentation will be different. Here it is combined. So, Brahmavid Ashirvad Paddhati is presenting the subject matter of Vedanta in the form of prayers by the one who knows the subject matter of Vedanta, Brahmavid. So, Brahmavidam Ashirvadaha, Brahmavidashirvadaha. Then, Tesham Paddhatihi, the method of the prayers of Brahmavid. And we saw that Brahmavid means one who has got some exposure to Vedanta. He has studied Tattva Bodha. He has studied perhaps Atma Bodha. So he knows that Vedanta is revealing the reality called Brahma as myself. But still he has difficulty. He or she doesn't have conviction in that. Many people say that I understand, but I am not sure that really I am Brahman. Vedanta says, yes, you are Brahman. And Vedanta says, I have no argument to present. But somehow, I feel that I am not Brahman. So, this conviction that I am Brahma has not come. First of all, it is I am Brahman is not a matter of feeling. It is a matter of understanding. Like matter is energy, it's not a matter of feeling. This is a matter. It's a material object. It is nothing but energy. We have studied in science. Do you feel energy or something here? Prani killing people may feel something. Some energy is there. But in general, you don't feel energy. You feel it's a matter only. But you understand. So matter is nothing but energy is not a matter of feeling. It's a matter of understanding. Sun, the sun, S-U-N sun, not S-O-N. The sun doesn't rise. Swamiji, my S-O-N also doesn't rise. That was okay. But S-U-N sun, the sun doesn't really rise up. Sunrise is just your experience, but the real sun does not rise. Is it a matter of feeling? Do you feel, Swamiji, I feel the sun is not rising? No. The sun other day came and told me I am not rising yet. Yeah, what to do? So, it is not a matter of feeling. It is something to be understood. E is equal to mc square. Is it a matter of feeling? No, it's understanding. So similarly, I am limitless Brahma is not a matter of feeling. It is a matter of understanding. That's all, Swamiji. People say like this. That's all. Only understanding, no feeling. Yes, feeling has got some place in this pursuit. Feeling is that when you understand I am Brahman very well, then you are feeling that I am a small person, I am a limited being, I am a helpless being. That goes away. That is this change in feeling. You feel what? You feel I am fulfilled person. So feeling is there. We cannot dismiss the role, the place of feeling in this pursuit. Feeling is there, but feeling is in the form of sense of fulfillment. So wise person, because of understanding I am Brahma, he has got the feeling of sense of fulfillment. Feeling of Brahman is not there. Feeling of the sense of fulfillment born of the knowledge of Brahman. So Brahman is a matter of knowing, but the knowledge of Brahman gives you the fulfillment, feeling of being complete. And this clarity is not there, therefore people will be struggling. But at the same time, if you ask them, do you know what is Brahman? Yes. They will say, Satyam Dhanam Anantam Brahma, Yato va imani bhutani. They will say that Brahman is the Jagat Karanam, etc. But are you that Brahman? हिंदी में बोलते हैं छाती पे हाथ रखकर बोलो. So keep your hand on your heart and tell, I am Brahman. Are you able to say? If you tell a lie, then your chhati will be broken. So split. Then person will not do. So that type of person is called here Brahmavid. Means he wants to have the conviction and abidance in this understanding and thereby freedom from this bondage with the help of Brahma Jnana Nishtha. But right now he doesn't have. And that person is Brahmavid here, and he is offering prayers. He or she is offering prayers. That person will be Brahmavid, called Brahmavid, and his prayers will be called Brahmavid Ashirvada. So don't say Brahmavid. You are Brahmavid. All of you are Brahmavid here. And Tesham Ashirvada, Tesham Prarthana. And how to do that? How the knower of Brahman will be praying? He prays what he prays, in which manner he prays. He will not pray that, oh Lord, let there be laddu in today's lunch. So that type of prayer he will not have. In fact, what type of prayers you have shows your growth. As you grow, your prayers change. See, even you can see it in a worldly context also. A person who is very, very poor, he will think of what? He will think that, may I get a bicycle? His prayer will be what? Bicycle only. And as he grows, he gets a bicycle. Now his prayer is little bit changed. What? Motorbike. So as person grows, his prayers also grow. Even in the worldly context, this happens. Similarly, when you grow spiritually, your prayers change. Earlier, you may be praying for only the opportunity for study. Then you got the opportunity. Now you want this conviction, Nishchaya. So your prayer is for Nishchaya. Then you have got prayer for Nishtha. So as you grow spiritually, your prayers also will grow. And here, what type of prayers these sadhakas, the seekers, will have, and at different level, that is being presented in this shloka. Therefore, this text is a very special or peculiar text, because the subject matter of Vedanta alone is presented. But the subject matter is presented in the form of prayers. All right. So with this background, we enter into the text. Jnana Yoga Prarthana. the prayer for the association with knowledge. Prayer for the Jnana Yoga. Jnana Yoga has got both the meaning. Jnanam eva yogaha Jnana yogaha. The means in the form of knowledge or association with the knowledge, the attainment of knowledge. And another meaning of Jnana Yoga means Jnanaya Yogaha, the sadhanam for Jnanam, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam. That also is called Jnana Yoga. So here there is a prayer for first the Jnana Yoga, the attainment of knowledge, with the help of the sadhana. So may I be associated with knowledge with the help of necessary sadhanas. This is an important thing because people think that prayer is a replacement for effort. Prayer is not a replacement for effort. Prayer is a complementary to the effort. So here this prayer is being offered that may I attain the jnanam with the help of the necessary sadhanas. So I will read, you can repeat. Acha, in this you will see that Moola Kramanka, etc. What does it mean? That we have rearranged the prayers. So in the original text this morning I showed it. In that this prayer is 32. We have brought it as number 1. Therefore Moola Kramanka means the number in the original text, which is 32. Alright. So it doesn't matter to you, okay? That's not to be by-hearted. So because people think Moola Kramanka Swami is very important. So not so. Just for your reference, those who want to have the original, they can refer to. I will read, you can repeat. This particular prayer has a particular tune. And one more thing I would like to highlight, that this Brahmavid Ashirvad Paddhati text was made very popular by Kanchi Paramacharya. He suggested that this text should be repeated. In the Virupaksha, is there Matha in the Hampi, there it was repeated, and I think Kanchi Matha also it was repeated. Now I don't know. But he made it very popular, this particular text. So we remember him. And perhaps he might have composed this shloka of Dhyana, that Dhyana shloka we read. Alright. And at the end of the prayer, Ashir Nirantaram Bhuyat, okay, it is given here, Iti Bhavanto Mahanto Nu Grunnantu. Then afterwards we add one word, Tathastu. Okay, so I will read, you can repeat. Parmeshwaram Priti Purvakam Bhajanto Bhaktaha Yena Ananya Buddhi Yogena Samyak Darshana Lakshanena Bhagavantam Parameshwaram Atma Bhavena Upayanti Pratipadyante. Bhagavantam Parameshwaram Atma Bhavena Upayanti Pratipadyante. Upayanti is there, no? Tam buddhi yogam Bhagavan Vasudevo me dadatu iti. Ashir nirantaram bhuyat iti bhavanto mahanto nugrinnantu tathastu. Yes, please read. Yes, good, you did well. So here, this prayer is given based on the 10th chapter, 10th shloka. 10:10. Their shloka is Tesham satata yuktanam bhajatam priti purvakam dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mamupa yantite. You can see the words are also similar. So there what is said, the 10th chapter is a Vibhuti Yoga, where Bhagavan is presenting the glories. You can appreciate Bhagavan seeing the mountain, seeing the rivers, seeing the garden. So, seeing the glories in the world, we appreciate Bhagavan as the cause of everything. So, Bhagavan alone is manifesting as all. The aim of Shastra is that finally you appreciate everything to be Ishvara. Even the person whom you don't like, that person also is Ishvara. The vegetable you don't like, Karela, that also is Ishvara. Some people don't like, some people like it. So, what you don't like also is Ishvara. The cockroach you are so much afraid of, that also is Ishvara. The lizard you are so much afraid of, that also is Ishvara. That is to be appreciated finally. But that is too much, Swamiji. Even now one lizard comes, that some people may run away perhaps. So right now it is difficult. So what does Shastra do? Shastra is okay. Let us start with something great, beautiful, where you will not have resistance to the idea. So Shastra says, Himalaya is Ishvara. He is the manifestation of Ishvara. He is a vibhuti of Ishvara. He said, yes, Swamiji. Himalaya means so great. So Himalaya is the glory of Ishvara. You will accept it. Ganga is the glory of Ishvara. Yes. So all easy things, easy and beautiful things, they are firstly presented as Vibhuti of Ishvara. Then it is explained that how they are Vibhuti of Ishvara. Vibhuti means what? Glorious manifestation. So how they are glorious manifestation of Ishvara? Because Ishvara is the cause and Himalayas is the effect. Yes. So Himalayas come, you will not object. Ganga is the effect, Ishvara is the cause. Yes. Therefore what? The Ishvara being the cause, Ganga being the effect, cause alone gets expressed in the form of effect. Therefore Ganga is the Vibhuti of Ishvara. You said yes. You can gulp it down like halwa. So kesari. Yes. Then we said, but what about this clip? Clip also is finally this effect of same Ishvara. What about this mud? Yes, that also is the effect caused by whom? Ishvara only. Ishvara is the cause. So that also is what? Manifestation of Ishvara. And I tell you, everything has got glory. Only thing, our mind is not there to see the glory. Otherwise, everyone is glorious. Only thing, we have to discover it. Everything has got glory. The way that thing can be, nothing else can be. What clip can be, clip alone can be. You cannot be clip. However great you are, clip has got its own glory. So everything is glorious in its own way. And then you said, yes, Swamiji, everything is clip also. Then what about that Karela? Then we came to Karela, which you don't like, if you don't like. Some people love Karela. So, something which you don't like, everybody has got something which they don't like. So we say that also is what? The Ishvara's Vibhuti. So that what Pujya Swamiji used to say very nicely, all that is here is Ishvara. That you discover. and you start appreciating everything to be Ishvara. That is what Pujya Swamiji used to say, Ishvarizing the world. It's a nice word. Ishvarizing the world. Divinizing also one word is there, but this word is better, Ishvarizing the world. And those who are worshipping the Lord, seeing the Lord's presence everywhere, that is called Vishwarupa Bhakti. The devotion to the Lord in cosmic form. And when a person does that with commitment, the commitment of the heart and the mind both, Matchittaha, Madgata Pranaha, Bodhayanta Parasparam, those people, Bhagavan says, those who are worshipping me, those who have done all necessary sadhanas to be prepared, Karma Yoga, Upasana, to those people, Bhagavan says, I bless them with Buddhi Yoga. Tesham Satata Yuktanam Bhajatam Priti Purvakam Dadami Buddhi Yogam. I give Buddhi Yoga. So Bhagavan said, I give Buddhi Yoga. What is Buddhi Yoga? Samyak Darshana Lakshana. Samyak Darshana Lakshana means the Buddhi Yoga which is in the form of right vision, complete vision. Vision of what? Reality. And what is that vision, complete vision? All that is here is Ishvara, that Ishvara I am. In this manner, person gets complete vision. First he said everything is Ishvara, but still that is incomplete. He said that Ishvara I am. And this is called Samyak Darshanam. And this Samyak Darshanam, Bhagavan says, I give to those people who are my devotees. And devotees means what? Those who are doing the sadhana of Karma Yoga and Upasana. To them, I bless with Buddhi Yoga, the right vision. And the right vision Bhagavan gives means what? Do you think that like Amazon packet you get? No, Amazon you order you get. Similarly, one day from God, this one packet came. What? Right vision, Buddhi Yoga. Contains Buddhi Yoga. Like paper they write, no, contains. So similarly contains. That type of thing will not happen. So Bhagavan grants Buddhi Yoga means Bhagavan provides the opportunity for learning. Bhagavan provides the proper frame of mind, Jignasa. To have Jignasa, the desire to know, itself is a blessing from Ishvara. Ishvaranugrahadeva pumsam advaita vasana. So the desire to know this Advaita is by the grace of Ishvara. Everybody will not have. And therefore Bhagavan said, I will provide the external infrastructure and internal infrastructure for knowledge to be born in the mind. And for that, this sadhaka is praying. That Bhagavan, you have talked about it in the 10th chapter. I pray that may I have that Buddhi Yoga, the right vision. And it is further said, may I have the right vision and let this be my prayer forever. So he is praying for the prayer. This is a very interesting thing. He says, let me have the prayer all the time that may I have the right vision. Because your prayers show your sense of importance. They show your value. You always pray for something which you value. So your prayers are showing your sense of importance. And to maintain the sense of importance, we continuously pray. And that idea is given here. The main sentence here, Bhagavan Buddhi Yogam Bhagavan Vasudevaha Me Buddhi Yogam Dadatu. May the Lord Vasudeva, Vasudeva is the name of the Lord who is Vasu. Vasu means one who is pervading everything or in whom everything is staying. That all-pervasive Lord who is Devaha, who is effulgent. So effulgent, all-pervasive Lord, tam buddhi yogam, that buddhi yoga me dadatu. Buddhi yoga means right vision. Me dadatu, grant me. May the Lord grant me the right vision. This is the main sentence. Iti, in this manner, ashihi, prayer, nirantaram bhuyat. Let there be, nirantaram means always, continuously. Let there be continuous prayer that may the Lord grant me the right vision. And what is that right vision that is described? This right vision is that by which yena ananya buddhi yogena samyak darshana lakshanena. The right vision is that, the buddhi yoga is that which is in the form of right vision. Buddhi yoga is that which is in the form of right vision. Yena, by which ananya buddhi yoga. Ananya buddhi yoga means the vision of non-separatedness from Ishvara. Ananya buddhi yoga means the vision of non-separatedness from Ishvara, which is in the form of right vision, by which Bhagavantam Parameshwaram Atmatvena upayanti pratipadyante. The right vision is that by which people upayanti is equal to pratipadyante, attain. Attain what? Bhagavantam Parameshwaram, glorious Lord, highest Lord. How? Atmatvena, as the self. So the buddhi yoga is that by which one attains Paramatma as oneself. Generally people have this value. What? I want to attain Ishvara, I want to attain Ishvara, I want to get Ishvara. And here it is said, yes, by this vision you will attain Ishvara, but not as an object. Not that Ishvara is sitting somewhere in Himalayas or somewhere in the Vindhyachala. Sometimes Vindhyachala also we can bring. So there, somewhere in the cave, not as an object, Atmatvena. So buddhi yoga is that by which one owns up Ishvara as oneself. And how this buddhi yoga is attained? Parameshwaram priti purvakam bhajantaha bhaktaha. So who will attain this buddhi yoga, this vision? Bhaktaha, devotees. Generally people think that bhakti and Vedanta are opposite. In fact, they will say, you people are bhaktas, I am a Vedanti. Or some bhaktas will say that you are Vedantis, we are devotees. We also say, yeah, you are bhaktas, we are Vedantis. Really speaking, such type of division is not there. Bhakti and Vedanta are very much connected. That is shown here. That who will attain the vision of Vedanta? Bhaktaha. What type of bhaktaha? Jignasu bhaktaha. There are 4 types of devotee. Artaha, the devotee in distress. Artharthi, the devotee who is expecting some material gain. Right now trouble is not there. But if trouble is there, Bhagavan should give me this relief. So those are Artha and Artharthi. Whereas this Bhakta is what? Jignasu Bhakta. Jignasu Bhakta means the devotee who is desirous of knowing Ishvara, attaining Ishvara. And then finally becomes Jnani Bhakta, the devotee who is a wise person. So you can imagine, bhakti is there even at the level of Jnanam. Atma Jnanam is there, person can be still Bhakta. Jnani Bhakta. So here it is said, Bhaktaha buddhi yogena parameshwaram pratipadyante. It means bhaktas alone attain this buddhi yoga. And who are these bhakta? Parameshwaram priti purvakam bhajantaha. Bhajanta means worshipping, adoring. Parameshwaram, the highest Lord. How? Priti purvakam. With love, with intense love. So those who are worshipping, adoring highest Lord with love, those people attain buddhi yoga. And by this buddhi yoga, one attains Paramatma. So the first part, Parameshwaram Priti Purvakam Bhajantaha Bhaktaha, conveys the idea that bhakti is required for attaining right vision, buddhi yoga. Second idea conveyed is, by this buddhi yoga, one attains Paramatma. And that buddhi yoga is prayed for. That buddhi yoga is prayed for by Buddhi Yogam Bhagavan Vasudevo Me Dadatu. So if we go to the temple, what do we pray for? Buddhi Yogam Dadatu. So this Vidyaranya Swamiji is teaching us that if you are a Jignasu, if you are a Mumukshu, then what should be your prayer? This should be your prayer. Not that, oh Lord, get my son's admission in this college. So even though NEET is not neat, my NEET is not so neat, but still let there be this admission in good college. That also okay. But finally your prayer should be like this, that let there be buddhi yoga. Let Paramatma grant me this buddhi yoga. Iti, in this manner, ashihi nirantaram bhuyat. Let there be this type of prayer nirantaram, continuously. So in the first, this prayer, what is the goal of a sadhaka and how that goal is attained, and what should be the prayer of the sadhaka, all these points are mentioned. And how this buddhi yoga is attained? Buddhi yoga is attained by bhakti. In the 7th chapter, 9th chapter, Bhagavan presents first samsara, and then he says samsara can be removed by bhakti. And bhakti means a series of sadhana. Whatever is required to attain jnanam, I do with love. That is called bhakti. So here, bhakta are those who are blessed with the buddhi yoga, jnana yoga, and for that prayer is made. So this is the first prayer. Now we'll go to the second. Here we have rearranged the prayers topic wise. And some, in fact, we have added also. Swami Paramarthananji, I had an opportunity to be with him, and we discussed this text some years ago in Bangalore. And to make the subject matter complete, we added some prayers. So some prayers are not included, which are there in the original. Some of them are added to make the subject matter complete. So here, most of the prayers are from the original alone. And it is presented topic by topic. So the first topic is, what is the nature of Jnana Yoga sadhana? Jnana Yoga means the sadhana for Jnanam. That meaning we are taking. Jnana Yoga means the sadhana for Jnanam. And what is the sadhana for Jnanam? That is presented in the next paragraph. And that is presented in the form of a prayer. So what is Jnana Yoga is presented, and then prayer for Jnana Yoga is given. We read. शमाधिपूर्वक श्रवण मनन निध्यासनाभ्यास रूप तत्वज्ञानाभ्यास बलात्. I think it will seem to be difficult. So I will read little bit small parts. Shamadhi-purvaka Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Abhyasa Rupa Tattvajnana Abhyasa Balat. Now we can see together. Shamadhi Purvaka Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Abhyasa Rupa Tattvajnana Abhyasa Balat. Vishayasaktihi prajnamandyam viparyayah duragraha cha iti. Vishayasaktihi prajnamandyam viparyayah duragraha cha iti. Vartamana pratibandha chatushaya nivrutti dvara apratibaddha paroksha brahma sakshatkaro dridhi bhuyat. Yes. Please read. Iti bhavanto mahanto nugrunnantu tathastu. Yeah, please read. All right. So here duragrahascheti, we can chant also duragrahascheti to make it easy for you. Okay. So here the main prayer, see every time we'll pick up the main sentence. If you want to learn how to interpret the Sanskrit Vakyas, one principle is you pick up the main sentence. So here main sentence is this. Jnanabhyasa balat Brahma sakshatkaraha dridhi bhuyat. Dridhi bhuyat means let it be firm. What should be firm? Brahma sakshatkaraha. Generally sakshatkaraha is the word used and it is translated as realization. People like this word realization. Nothing wrong with that word, but it has got some connotation. Therefore, Pujya Swamiji used to avoid using this word realization. If you load it properly, explain properly, and then use it without wrong connotation, it is okay. But generally, realization, when word you hear, some mystic experience comes to your mind. Means the idea of some mystic experience. Person was sitting under the tree and he realized the truth. This is the description you have heard. That person was sitting under a tree and he realized the truth. So you expect that some mystic experience has to happen. Here we are not talking about any mystic experience, mystical experience. We are talking about clear understanding. In fact, this itself takes so much time for many people to get convinced that my problem is because of ignorance and therefore the solution will be knowledge and knowledge only. That itself takes so many years. Puja Swamiji used to say that if you are attending 3-year course, and at the end of the 3-year course, suppose you get this conviction. What? That my problem is because of ignorance, and knowledge with the help of Shastra is the solution. That alone is the solution. If this much conviction comes, then 3-year course has paid off. It's not that you become realized soul, etc. Not that. Even this much comes. That yes, my problem is because of ignorance, and the solution is knowledge and knowledge only. Many people, they study Vedanta, but they are not fully convinced. Therefore, they want to have some backup plan. That by chance this knowledge doesn't work, then at least I should do some ritual or I should do some parayanam, so that in case this moksha doesn't come, the backup plan is what? Heaven. Vaikuntha. Backup plan. And as I tell you, if backup plan is there, then first plan will not work. In this case, sometimes in other case it is not so. But in this case, if you have backup plan, that in case I don't get this so-called Gnanam, Gnananishtha and Moksha, let me try something else, So that, network. So it's like if I am falling, if I am not able to hold there on the top, even if I fall, I will fall on the net. And that is my backup plan. So if you have a backup plan, then the first will not work. Why? Because you are still thinking that knowledge is not the solution. And if that conviction is not there, knowledge doesn't bless you. For knowledge to bless you with moksha, you need to have complete conviction that knowledge alone will bless. That is a very peculiar thing. People, they don't appreciate, and therefore they have got the backup plan. See, doing parayanam, doing yajna is very good. But doing it as a backup plan, that is something detrimental to your main pursuit. You can say, yes, I would like to do for Chitta Shuddhi, I would like to do some ritual, I would like to do parayanam, I would like to do some Purascharanam. Very good, nothing wrong. But you say that, this I am doing for my Chitta Shuddhi. This I am doing for the steadiness of the mind, so that I will be ready for receiving the knowledge effectively. One needs to have the clarity of the purpose, clarity of the place of every sadhana. And therefore we don't use that word which will create some wrong orientation, that I have to realize, I have only got Gnanam. People say that, Swamiji, I have understood Brahman, but I have to realize Brahman. Swamiji, that's what I am feeling now. So I also feel that I have understood Brahman, but I have not realized Brahman. So and when we say realization, you are imagining some divine, some special mystical experience. And therefore we avoid using this word. Sakshatkara means realization. Sakshatkara word is very good. You know what is Sakshatkara? Direct knowledge. When you are seeing the person directly, it is called Sakshatkara. You might have heard about this Swami, this Swamiji, you might have heard about. You might have seen pictures or some video, etc. Now what you are doing? Sakshatkara of this Swamiji. I also am doing Sakshatkara of all of you. Not that Swamiji, Sakshatkara means only higher thing. I am also doing Sakshatkara of all of you. I might have seen your names. That list was given to me. So some names are there, Chalapati, etc. So the names seen. But who is that? Now I am seeing directly. So Sakshatkara means direct knowledge. Direct knowledge of what? Brahma. And what type of Brahma? Aparoksha. Aparoksha means one who is immediate, one who is in the form of oneself. The aparoksha Brahma. So clear understanding of Brahma, Sakshatkara, we use the word clear understanding, direct understanding of Brahma, which is aparoksha, which is available as myself. And this Sakshatkara, this knowledge is what? Apratibadha, free from any obstacles. This morning we were seeing the air block. So similarly, sometimes the block may be there, doubt may be there, this vagueness may be there, some viparya, some error may be there, or samskaras of error may be there. All of them are called pratibandha, obstacles. Apratibandha means obstacle free. So what is the prayer? Let direct knowledge of Brahma, which is aparoksha, which is myself, be very firm without any obstacles. Let there be obstacle-free direct knowledge of Brahman, which is myself. And how it will be? Dhradi bhuyat. Let it be firm. So let the direct knowledge of Brahma be very firm. What is the significance of firm? Because we have got the knowledge of Brahman during the class. But if we go outside, then your chappals are missing. Who has taken my chappal? And by chance you see that somebody by mistake, he wore your chappal, because similar are there. But yours are new and his were old. If yours were old and new, then perhaps okay. But so this type of mistake happen. So your Brahma Buddhi ke Sarvam Brahman, that goes away. So Swami Paramarthananda used to say, he says that chappal in, Vedanta out. So you put chappal in and Vedanta is out, Brahman is out. So therefore what? Dhradi bhuyat. And what is the meaning of Dhrada Brahma Sakshatkara? The knowledge is available. Dhrada Brahma Jnanam is otherwise called Jnana Nishtha. And Jnana Nishtha means the Jnanam is available in the background. It is not that all the time you will be repeating, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. Somebody asks you, where is the dining hall? Aham Brahmasmi, Aham Brahmasmi. So, because you are in Aham Brahmasmi tune, the rut. That is not required. But this knowledge is there in the background. So, what is the meaning of knowledge in the background? If you are given a form here now, and in that you have to write gender. So do you scratch your head over what to write? You don't. You write male, female, whatever. So how that understanding is there in the background? Which state you are from? Chennai. Nobody, when yesterday they were giving introduction, nobody said where I am from. I don't know. Nobody did that. Even though you are not repeating all the time, I am from Chennai, I am from Chennai, you are not repeating. But it is there in the background. I am married. Suppose you are married. I am not married, but suppose. But Swami says, when you are married, where is your wife? So I don't have that. But suppose a person is married. Does he forget that? No, Swamiji. In spite of attempting, we need forget. जिन्हें हम भूलना चाहे वो अक्सर याद आता है. So how this I am married, the status is there in the background. It is not that you do japa. I am married, I am married, I am married, married. You don't do that. Yeah, initially it might have happened. So I was told that initially when you got married, you have to really remember, now I am not a girl now. That I am a lady, I am married. Even people will say, hey, behave properly, you are married now. So initially perhaps, for few days, you have to do some nididhyasanam. What? I am married, I am married, I am married. Means you have to remind yourself, yes, I am married. But afterwards it is a part of you, it is in the background. Similarly, Jnanam is Aham Brahmasmi, Jnanam is Dradham, firm means it is available in the background. And what is the advantage of, or what is the sign of this knowledge being in the background? You will not react based on the conclusion that I am a limited, helpless jiva. Earlier you had this conclusion, I am a limited, helpless jiva. And based on that you were reacting. Jiva has got this feeling, I am no good. And therefore if somebody indirectly is reminding you of that conclusion, you are no good, it irritates you. Because you also don't like to be no good. But you find yourself to be no good. And because of that you react. So this is a very interesting thing. That we are having the conclusion that we are no good. But if somebody else tells, we get irritated. If somebody said, you are no good in Sanskrit, suppose, we feel irritated. No, I know Rama, Ramo, Rama. Why are you saying I am no good? So, this is a quality of jiva. The reaction based on the conclusion that I am a limited, helpless jiva. I have to depend upon so many people, so many things to get some happiness. And that conclusion, if and when it is replaced, whenever it is replaced, then based on that old conclusion, reaction will not come. I will give this example, it's a funny example. Some people find very difficult to get married. So not married, not married, not married. And indirect, so you will hear also, see this girl, no, still not married. So you hear that and you don't feel good about it. And you used to feel that I will not go to that marriage function because in marriage function this is the question asked. So I will not go, I will avoid this group and all this. So you had a complex. Now you got married. Then you will not react. If somebody is telling that many people don't get married nowadays and all this, you don't react for that. Why? Because your conclusion is changed. I am married, fully married. And therefore, your reaction, your complex, people have complex of not getting married. That complex is gone. You are married. So similarly, when I have this understanding that I am not a limited jiva, I am not a karta bhokta, I am not the samsari jiva, and therefore my reaction based on that wrong conclusion will stop, reduce and then stop. That is the benefit of, that is the indicator of having Drada Brahma Jnanam. So at least we should know what it means to have Drada Brahma Jnanam, where the reaction based on the old conclusion is not there. If reactions still continue and you person claims that no, I am Brahmagnani. So chances are there. It may be that momentarity is there and person is objective about his mental state, then it is okay. He doesn't react to the reaction. He is objective about even reaction. Then person may have Jnana Nishtha. But otherwise, generally what happens, Brahma Jnanam is there, but Brahma Jnana based, the reduction in the reaction is not there at all. And then we say that person is Jnani but not Jnana Nishtha. And therefore we are praying here what? Brahma Sakshatkaraha Dradhi Bhuyat. Alright. And how this Brahma Sakshatkara will become Dradhi Bhutaha? For that it is said, Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Abhyasa Rupa Tattvajnana Abhyasa Balat. By the strength of Jnanabhyasaha, repetition of the sadhana for Jnanam, Tattva Jnanam, the repetition of the sadhana for knowledge of truth. And this Jnanabhyasa is in the form of what? Shravana Manana Nididhyasana Abhyasaha. Abhyasa means repetition. Repetition of Shravana, Manana and Nididhyasanam, which is preceded by Samadhi, mastery over the mind, etc. And this Jnanabhyasa, in simple words, the repetition of Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasanam preceded by necessary qualification will remove the four obstacles. Vishayasaktihi, the attachment to the objects, Prajnamandyam, slowness of the intellect, Viparyayaha, opposite conclusions, Duragrahaha, harmful stubbornness. Duragrahaha means harmful stubbornness about certain idea. Iti, in this manner, Vartamana Pratibandha Chatushtaya Nivrutti Dwara. So, Jnanabhyasam will lead to Nivrutti, removal of Pratibandha Chatushtaya, the fourfold obstacles, Vartamana, which are present. So, the Jnanabhyasa will lead to finally Brahma Sakshatkara by way of, Dwara means by way of the removal of these fourfold obstacles. Jnanabhyasa, Shravana, Manana, Nididhyasana, repetition will lead to removal of these fourfold obstacles, which will lead to Drada Brahma Jnanam. So these three stages are suggested. More details we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.